Hello, everybody. Joe Bag of Donuts here, and welcome back for another episode of Full Metal Demon Muramasa, where I will be adjusting the boom arm or whatever it's called for my mic. So you'll hear it squeaking and popping as the springs compress and the metal squeals against itself, and it like sends vibrations through the hollow tubes, so it sounds like that. Anyway, I'm leaning back, nice and comfy in my chair. It's Saturday. This episode's going up late. Ugh. Dude, I've just been bushwhacked these past couple days. I don't know what it was. Wasn't even that busy at work. Just I don't know. I've been sleeping like full nights. Just tired. I'm going to blame it on the abnormally warm weather. It's throwing my body into like a sense of confusion. Like it was like fucking 70 the other day. It's the middle of January. Like where I grew up, middle of January weather is like, oh, it's going to be, nice and warm out today. It'll be 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Like -5 or fucking whatever Celsius for you communists out there. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's just like it messed up my brain chemistry, and I am no longer able to feel well rested. It's very strange. So I didn't record yesterday or the day before because of that, which means I'm recording now and uploading this as soon as it's done, so that way, there's actually a video up. Who knows? I might even stream or something tomorrow. What would I stream? I don't know. The new Yakuza game is out, but I'm a psychopath and I like playing all of them, but I've played them in like fucking weird sporadic orders. Like I've played 0, 1, a little bit of 2. I didn't get very far into 2. I watched, the old Super Best Friends play fucking Let's Play of 4, back when it was airing, because I'm a fucking ancient boomer. I watched someone play most of 5. I saw all of 6, 7. I played 7. I never beat it, though, because I lost all my money in the fucking Senbei Cracker management game because I overinvested in something and essentially went bankrupt, and then I rage quit and I never touched the game again. But I know how it ends. And then there's the man who erased his name in Infinite Wealth that, I fucking know nothing about. So if I was going to stream anything, I might be like fucking Kiwami 2, maybe. I don't know. Something about the combat in that one's weird. Dragon Engine was still relatively new, and like the rag dolls and people sliding everywhere is like really extreme. Like they're on like a fucking lubed up ice rink. Like if they trip, they go flying like 20 feet. It's a bit much, if I'm being 100% honest. What's floating in my coffee? No, it's just coffee grinds. Must have gone on the other side of the filter. Weird. Anyway, that's pretty much what's been up with me. Last episode, we did a lot of middle management work, and also, I'm, like, mentally disabled, but you should all know that after listening to me for, like, 80-something hours. It's like how much time we have logged in this VN right now. Completely forgot that Kageyaki's, like, original name was also Arata. Like, I knew Shishiku's original name was Arata, but I just brain dumped Kageyaki's, so I never made the connection in my head. Like, I'm like, Shishiku's talking about his brother. It's like, oh, duh. They're like 99% chance, related. Like, straight up. That's your dude, bro. But not that it matters. Family found, yada yada. Anyway. That ship has already sailed. Never gonna find out the truth. Gonna have to kill him again. Well, I suppose, Kageyaki's never actually killed Shishiku. And, got into hero route. We didn't even bother with him. He just kind of, ended up still alive at the end during, like, the Cold War fucking dragging on in Japan. Well, I suppose it's a pretty hot war, but, proxy war, I guess. Or you could even call it a proxy war. It's like a fucking 4-pronged war, in the end of the hero route. Kind of bops him in the Nemesis route, so he'd never get any of that exposition. It's strange, very strange. Not strange. I just couldn't think of anything to say, so that's what I went with. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got. I'm drinking my coffee. I've already had breakfast. This is like my second pot of coffee, actually. And as you can hear, the first one did fucking nothing. Ugh. Like, when did I wake up? I woke up at like 10:30 today, 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. Went to bed at like 1, it was my weekends, well, my Friday, so I stayed up a little late till like 1 in the morning, but still, that's like 9 hours of sleep. I should probably go get like a sleep study done. I definitely have like a little sleep apnea because according to people I've roomed with in the past, I snore like I'm fighting demons. And as someone who's, shared a hotel room with my father before when we've done like cross-country trips, that man fucking snores like a fucking monster. Like some forest beast. It's terrible. I honestly thought about leaving the hotel room and going to sleep in the car because I could not fucking go to sleep because he was snoring so loud. I'm not that bad, but it probably runs in the family. I get none of the good stuff from my family. All I get is the flat feet, the genetic heart conditions, and snoring, sleep apnea, and bad eyesight. I don't want to call it bad eyesight. I have decent eyesight. It's just I got an astigmatism in one eye, and I don't need like glasses to see. Like I can read my computer screen fine, but like if I'm driving, I'm nearsighted, so I have trouble seeing things that are far away. And, like I can see them, but like the lettering on signs, if I'm like 200 feet away, is gonna be a little blurry. So put on my glasses, I'm able to actually see what exit is coming up, so that way I'm not swerving through like 4 lanes of traffic in 50 feet trying to get to my exit. So that's the level of my sight, which one, I probably need to get a new prescription because it's almost a decade old at this point. So even when I went shooting the other day with my glasses, it wasn't that great. And also probably get on the list to get my laser eye surgery done. I'm no longer like at the top of the list because my old job, back when I was an air traffic controller, that would bump me to the top of the list because, obviously, if you can't see planes, well, fucking, what are you doing, kid? But, I don't know, man. It'd be good because, I would get it's not the LASIK, it's the PRK. The difference is, like, LASIK, they slice your eyeball open to shoot the laser in, and then PRK is, like, they take a Dremel, like a sandpaper to your fucking eye, and, sand it down and then shoot the laser. And it takes longer to heal, but it heals more completely. The thing with LASIK is, if you get a blow to the head or, as someone who works on airplanes and deals with, pressurized environments, if, say, I don't know, you're in an aircraft that depressurizes, it can, like, explode your eyeball, because it's got that weak point where they sliced it with the laser. And I prefer not to have, like, my eyeballs fucking fall out of my head like in JoJo Part 3, Stardust Crusaders, when Kakyoin's get his eyeball sliced open and, like, all the liquid falls out. Crazy that he, like, didn't go blind from that. All he got was a cool pair of sunglasses. Shame he, like, immediately died afterwards, though. Spoilers for a fucking 35-year-old series. Rip Cherry Boy. Anyway, I suppose we should probably start the episode now. Deep in Chamaru's part of the castle, there was a room to which few were permitted entry. Also, is my mouse wheel? Yeah, my mouse wheel's on free spin. The room has but a single occupant.
Hikaru.
She's looking at me, but though her eyes are wide open, there's no glimmer of light in their depths. They are clouded glass, reflecting nothing. She can no longer move or think or speak, save for in the deepest sleep. Only in dreams can Hikaru live. and even that will not last much longer. She was brought from Horigoe the day before Chachamaru left for Sasagawa. Ever since, I have made a point of visiting her at least once a day. If every man may have one thing of true value, then this, right here, is mine.
Hikaru.
I speak her name like an oath. She is my last living relation, only thing in this world worthy of my love. Well, that's because you have, like, a Ginsego egg in your brain. But sure, bud. I will save her, whatever it takes. If that means dragging God from its underground lair and presenting it to her in sacrifice, so be it. I will see Hikaru live, even if the world must die for it.
Muramasa.
I don't respond immediately to the call. The delay is not intentional, though, nor was I distracted. I was just drifting.
何？聞きたいことがある。
It's the Ichijo girl walking towards me down the empty hallway. I mean, we're outside, unless they're, like, supposed to be on one of those, like, balcony walkways, then I suppose. To tell the truth, I was expecting this. Her emotions have a way of showing on her face, and her distrust of me was obvious from the beginning.
反町一蔵ってやつを知ってるか？
Yep.
ええ、そいつと、あと所長さんが私に教えてくれた。村正の剣は呪われていて、敵を一人切ると、味方も一人切らないとならなくなる。
Yep.
だから港さんはこれまで、悪党だけじゃなくて、何の罪もない人を幾人も殺してきたんだって。
Correct.
答えろ。それは本当のことか？ええ。本当よ。
Yeah, but at least this time it wasn't anyone you knew except for like those Amishi girls. But you know. Hey Masamune. It appears the instant the words leave my mouth, a giant metal beetle, caught perhaps by the surge of pure rage that answers my reply.
あなた、剣を持っていたの？嘘だ。あの人がそんなことするわけが。本当なのかよ。港さんはお前を使って。
Yeah.
本当に子供まで殺したのか？
Yeah, those kids are dead. Sliced them up real good. Well, one of them real good. The other one he
誤
botched.
解しないで。
He really fucking botched that one.
御堂が港影明が殺したんじゃない。私が殺したの。彼は私に利用されただけ。
Liar, liar, plants for hire.
なんだよ。鈴木はどうした？
No. That's not right. That's not who we are. I recall the oath we shared that day. I swore to respect his will, and he mine. How then can I now deny it? Will I let guilt and pity get the better of me now? It's not what he would want. I must accept it. That the deeds he committed were of his own choosing. That he bears a burden as well. Those deaths are his crime, and of course, they are mine. They are ours. We killed them together. That is what it means to be one, to be Musha.
おい、訂正していい？あ？私たちが殺した。
Yeah, it was like a bonding exercise.
二人の意志で。なんだそりゃ。責任逃れのつもりか？いいえ。あなたが村正の罪と責任を問うのなら。
Yeah, we are equally culpable for the murders.
ここでやってもいいってんだな。あなたがそう望むのはあなたの自由。何？私は逃げるけど。答えるんじゃねえのかよ。
Well, yeah, you know, if you get me, then so be it. But we also have to still survive in order to save Kagyaki. So.
これが答えよ。私はあなたに手向かいしない。でも今死ぬわけにはいかないから。 逃げるの。勝手言いやがって。てめえは相手の都合なんて考えずに
Oh, they didn't really
何人も
try.
殺してきたんだろ。
So
虫が良すぎるって思わねえのか。
Yep.
だからあなたは私を殺していい。してなしの剣と完全な無者なら。
we mainly got them all while they were, you know, in some ways, you know, incapacitated, except for like, Yuki. He was just kind of standing there starstruck. But everyone else, you know, the Misha girls, they were asleep. Fucking what's her nuts, the racer girl, she was unconscious with like a traumatic brain injury. The guy in hospital bed, we got him. And then, you know, there's probably some others there that we don't know about. You know, all the extensive details. Like in the Nemesis route, in their little fucking Megazord. You know, there were all those other people that we didn't have any fucking clue who they were, but, you know, Kageyaki did.
成功の見込みがほとんどなくても逃げて生き延びるためにあがく。そうね。私たちに殺された人間が死ぬ前にそうしたようにね。なんで今は死ねない。することがあるから。どんな？
Yeah, and what would that be?
港影明の意志を取り戻す。
That's right. His will has been stolen from him. The path he walks now is not of his choosing. If I am to honor our oath, then I cannot allow this to pass. I must break the chains that bind him. I must restore his freedom to choose. That is my role as his Tsurugi, his partner. It's like, damn, fucking... Can't really argue with those reasonings. I make ready to dodge her first attack. My spider form is more suited to flight, but I doubt she'll give me a chance to change. One mistake and I...
てめえの言う通りなら、てめえと港さんの二人の意志で重ねた罪だってんなら、片方、綾音一条、主を取り戻してくればいい。
Yeah, then your judgment can be meted out.
その後で決着をつけてやる。
Don't go turning into like a weird giant Resident Evil fucking final boss flesh abomination again. Immediately after Chachimaru and Otori Shishiku return from Sasagawa, the four generals hold another meeting. Matters have progressed rapidly since the last.
これで国氏殿下への大将領宣言は確定。まずはめでたい。
あとは直視を迎えて式典を執り行うだけ
Did we,
です。
were we able to get there, you know, ahead of schedule and under budget?
その日取りも決まったのだな。いかにも。
六原完全復活やね。いや、むしろマーク2。
と同時に進駐軍との決戦が始まる。
いきなり危うし、ネオ六原。
Don't keep changing the name.
危うくはない。今度はこちらが勝つ。勝たねばなるまいな。
Yeah, you know, have to just will it into reality.
GHQ の学術顧問。
そうだよ。なんだ。
Nope.
聞いていなかったのか。ちゃちゃまる。
Well, I never really
君も
asked,
気が
so...
利かないな。これだからパンツ脱がない少女は。
I don't know, she'd probably chafe. Those shorts look really tight. She should probably wear some at least.
パンツ関係ねえ。あとおめえ学術顧問だってろくに仕事なんかしてねえだろ。
When Chachimaru told me we were going to see Professor Wolf, GHQ's home base was the last place I expected to end up. But now it makes sense. The Gruen Draken Gesellschaft, whatever, Green Dragon Society, has agents in GHQ as well, and Wolf is its leader.
で、宣言式典の日取りが決まり、銀星号が目覚めるのはその前日？間違いないのかね？
確実。
どうしてわかる？
アテのスペシャルパワー。人
Oh,
や
okay.
物の内部構造や状態を感知できます。時間をかけて診断すれば精度はほとんど 100%。
なぜ そんな能力
fucking benefit of being able to commune with God, I guess.
乙女の秘密。
恥ずかしいやつだな。
おめえに言われるとなんか本当に恥ずかしいよ。言うんじゃなかった。
しかし困ったな。一日ずれているのか。
And the prom is tomorrow!
贅沢言うなよ。こんなもん
I got a lot to deal with there, huh?
京都の仲間が頑張ってどうにかこうにかこっちの要求に近づけてくれたんだ。宣言式典とお姫の覚醒、ズレが1日だけで済んだのは上出来だろ。
確かにね。まあ一日早いくらいならどうにかなるかな。キャノン中佐は式典の当日ないし、
Oh
翌
boy.
日の作戦決行を考えているみたいだが、
Yep, drop that
なん
forge
とか言い
bomb.
くるめよう。うまい理由を探してね。
頑張れよ。
They got all the fucking generals and little Kuniuji.
あっさり言ってくれるな君は。
One fucking heck of a
キャノン中佐を口先で
decapitation
ごまかす
strike.
のがどのくらい大変だと思ってるんだ。
ヒロね、
むか怒った。パンツ脱げ。
脱がねえよ。
港君
脱げ
Gonna disobey orders from your master.
おやリトルガール、またこんなところをうろうろして。
I mean, can other people even see her?
後でじっくりパンツ脱がさねばならんな。
脱がせ脱がせ。あて以外ならもう好きにしてくれ。ってちょっと待て。爆弾の管理をしっかりしとけよ。なんで勝手にフラフラしてんだ。
彼女単独なら全く無害だからね。
Okay.
心配はいらないよ。
爆弾
これ
Is she like the core of the forged bomb?
なんだと
説明するよ。そのつもりもあったから今日ここに来てもらったん
Like
だ。
instead of a core of like fucking plutonium and uranium, it's just a weird fucking Amishi spirit.
こいつは進駐軍の最高機密
Interesting.
高自動ボム。不堕落城を一掃する破壊力を備えた新型爆弾だよ。
正しくはその半分だがね。彼女は新刊
あ
に近いものだ。火薬に当たる金属は別にある。
So what's the payload?
信じられない？
俺の脳の消化力を過大評価するな
Yeah, this is kind of a leap in logic, but sure.
でもこれが人じゃないのは見てわかるでしょ。
おう
There's no denying that. The girl's eyes are blank, like a doll's eyes. No, she's not human. Not alive.
半分は人。ユーデアだけど。
いや。
残り半分は一種の機械なんだ。
彼女がプルートニアノアの崩壊現象を導く。
Okay,
そして何もかも破壊する。
and how does she accomplish this?
鍛造ライ
Question
ダ
mark?
ン。人類史上最大最強の破壊行使力だよ。
それを
You'll
どう
kill
する
everyone.
前月式典の前日、
Yep.
GHQ のキャノン中佐率いる奇襲部隊が
I'm gonna assume you've
Without
evacuated
Doku
Hikaru. You know, the physical body of Hikaru anyway.
こいつを落とす。式典に備えて結集している六原の軍戦力を一撃で抹殺してヤマトの支配権を握るために。でも本当の目的は、こっちの目的はそんなことじゃない。
Trying to blow a hole into the earth.
鍛造ライダンと銀星号を出会わせるのだ。破壊と破壊を結びつけるのだよ。
All right, well, that did happen last time.
何
You like turn into a modern art sculpture.
そんなことをすれば
I don't care what happens to Fudoraku, or the thousands of Rokuhara soldiers who will be there. I don't care if Kamakura itself burns to ash. But a weapon of such power. What will happen to Hikaru?
お兄さん、正直に言うね。こいつは賭けだ。お兄さんが今危惧した通り、お姫が吹っ飛んで終わりって可能性もある。
But it's the only option we got, so we gotta roll the dice regardless.
むしろそうなる見込みの方が強いのかもしれない。
ちょまる
でも何もしなければ港光は確実に死ぬ。
Yeah, you know, it's like chemo for treating cancer, you know. It's not good for you. In fact, it's actually really bad for you, but you know, you can also get the cancer with it too.
唯一の可能性なんだ。
It'll really fuck you up though.
炭造雷弾と銀星号。極限と極限を掛け合わせて115キロの壁を越える。
Oh, cool.
神への道を切り開く。
できるのか本当にそれはできることなのか可能性はある港光が神に至る可能性
Now that's a pretty deep hole you're gonna bore with that, you know. Are you gonna use Ginseigo to somehow, you know, channel that kind of spherical blast of energy down to like fucking more of like a fucking cylinder, you know, down to a point, and then narrow it so it's like a needle and just boop, right into the earth?
可能性はある僕は挑むよチャチャマルもだ
You know, like a shaped charge, but with a nuke.
君はどうするやめるかね港光の命を諦めるかね諦められるわけが
Surrender is not an option. He was still going. That's his fault for talking so slow and dramatically. Doesn't matter how slim the chance, or how absurd the proposition. If this is the only way to save Hikaru, then I will risk everything, forsake anything to see it through. I've made up my mind. Still, I do owe them a debt. I can't just leave without a word.
Hi.
無謀ぞ我らも幾度となくあの城に患者を放ってはいるが守備よく忍び込める者は10人のうち2人もおらぬ
Ugh.
しかも今は宣言に備えてか常にも増して警備が固いたとえ怨霊の技に秀でた剣であろうと堀を越える間もなく捕まるのは目に見えている
幕府の内部に協力者がいて手引きをしてくれるなら話は別だが
And you know, well, you technically have a man on the inside. He's not really your man anymore, so...
今は無理だ、村正。
As I expected, nobody agrees with my plan. The only people who haven't objected are Ayane Ichijo, who hasn't said a word either way, and the GHQ pair, who aren't here to begin with. Apparently, Matsuri Kaine and her servant have flown to the west on a secret mission. I remember hearing about some place called Geneva and a league of something or other, but I honestly wasn't listening.
影明君を助けたいのはわかるけどな。わしかて同じ気持ちやし。しゃあけど、闇雲に突っ走ったらあかんye。
分かっています。
Yeah, we'll get him eventually.
時間がない。機会が来るのを待っていたら、取り返しのつかないことになる。そう思うんです。
A large part of this is instinct, yes, but I'm not without a clear reason for urgency. Minato Hikaru is close to death. Chachomaru wasn't lying about that. I could tell at a glance that the girl's condition was dire. In which case, whatever Chachomaru and her brainwashed Kageaki are planning, it has to happen soon. I don't know what they intend to do with Ginseigo, but I'm certain that if it is allowed to happen, everything will be lost.
だから行かないと。お世話になったのに買っておいてごめんなさい。でも
Yep, duty first and
私
foremost
は
is
剣だから
to your master.
主のもとへ行きます。
I stand and head for the door. Now, how am I going to get inside Futaraku? I had the opportunity to scout near the castle a number of times while searching for Ginseigo. I know how tight its defenses are. Frontal approach won't work. I need some kind of...
村正待て。宮殿下、よろしいですか。
せやな。なんかこれで踏ん切りがついたわ。
To what?
確かに
村正、
Yeah.
行くなら我々と協力しろ。
If you're gonna go
その方が
anyway, might
見
as well
込み
just
がある。
throw everything behind it.
いや、でも
誤解するな。我々には我々の事情があるのだ。
本当のとこ言うと、こっちものんびり待ってるわけにはいかなくてな。
妨害工作の快諾、足利国有寺への大将領宣言は確定してしまった。
Mm-hmm.
すでに式典の日時まで決まっている。
And at that point, things will kind of solidify and become rigid
宣
again,
言式典の実施は六原体制の
and
復
your
活と同
opportunity
義で
is
あり、
lost.
それは進駐軍との決戦開始と同義だ。我々
かなえさんが国連方面で今動いてくれてるけど、間に合うかわからん。こっちでも手を打たんとならんかったんよ。
So, how is she going to do that? You know, just go and like knock on all the representatives' doors, you know, in Geneva and be like, "Hey, could we like not pass the motion to fucking annihilate Japan, please?"
無理やりにでも式典を中止ないし延期にできるような手を。そういうわけだ、村正。
加えて言えば、それがしには個人的な事情もある。姉がフララ城に囚われているのだ。幾度も救出を計画したが果たせなかった。今度こそ助け出したい。
But you know, if you go in guns ablaze and cause big enough a stink, they are gonna have to, you know, postpone.
桜子さんか。そうやな。
具体的な計画ですが、
どうもこうもね。どんだけ作戦こね回したって無謀なもんは無謀だろう。忍び込めるところまでは忍び込んで、
Okay.
バレたらあとは暴れ回る。式典なんてやりたくてもやれないくらい荒らし尽くしてやりゃいい。それで勝ちだ。
I mean, sometimes simple is best.
そうだな。
そうなんか？
Yeah.
まともな作戦計画を
You can
立
try to
て
set
ら
up
れ
the
る
Rube
ほどの材
Goldberg
料があ
machine
りま
however
せん。
you like, but you know,
なら考え
in case something
るだ
goes
け
wrong,
時間の無駄
it's
で
game
しょ。
over. Oh, I could feel that one sneaking up on me for a minute. Ugh.
しかりしかり。それがしは一条殿に賛同いたす。
Sometimes you just gotta
お前そんな
maximize, you know, violence of
露骨に
action.
体育会系やね。
では、大まかにまとめよう。不堕落へ潜入するのは綾音、
Also, gym class was
Kuronosedo.
alright. You know, I
村正。
enjoyed doing it. I just wasn't very good at it.
潜入後、綾音は城内を破壊。黒ノ瀬殿は桜子姫を救出。村正は影明を探す。私は退路を用意するために動こ
Man, this is kind of complicated.
う。よろしいか？
A lot of moving parts, even for a simple straight punch like this. Oh, why'd he go up?
ええ。
Well, that's not good.
海上設営は予定通りに済むようだの、港中佐。は、トラブルのため若干の予算超過を生じさせてし
Well,
まいま
at least
した
you're on time, you know. As long as you get one of those two, no. It'll buff.
その程度は構わん。よくやった。
ありがとうございます。
あても鼻が高いっすよ。
何もしてないくせに。
まあまあ、良
She
いはござ
got
ら
out
ん
of his
か。
hair, which was the most she could do to help.
堀越中将様、
どうしたジョアン？
少々お耳を。
Yeah, you probably want to hear about this.
ご依頼の件のことです。
わかったか。
はい。とんだおまけもついてきました。
は？
Really hit the jackpot on this one.
では、式典の際の分担を決めましょ
う。部隊配置を詰めるのが先だろう。
いや、どっちも後回しだ。
ちゃちゃま。
Gonna spill the beans?
県庁寺を攻めるぞ。
なんと。
毎度の宮を。
気でも違った。
They're planning an assault.
わけではなさそうだな。
チャチャマル。
They're going for a fucking, last second Hail Mary.
連中
Yeah.
少数精鋭で不堕落に勝ち込む気だ。宣下式典をやめさせるために。要はテロだな。
ほう。
Ah. So, the prince is making his move. But with what pieces? He no longer has me. Oh yeah, you don't know about
そんな
Masamune.
バカなこと。
いや、ありえん話ではないな。
あんたまで。
毎度の宮の一派にも情勢を見る目くらいある
It's
だ
his
ろう。
last possible chance to do anything.
さようでござるな。宣下式典の決行は六原と進駐軍の開戦を意味すること。となれば、あの庶民派の宮様が阻止に動いてくるとしても不思議はござらんの。
同心様で。
対処は
奴らが来るのを待ち構えてやってもいい。
Yeah.
いや、それではことが大きくなりかねんな。
They make it through, or even if they, start a moving battle, it's gonna raise a couple eyebrows.
宣下式典を控えてる時期に。
しかり、できるなら極秘のうちに片付けてしまいとうござる。
ことを逆にしちまえ。
Sorry, Recho, you're
倒
fucking
幕勢力が
out of the
毎
planet
度の
process
宮を
on
拉
this.
致って利用しようとしてるって情報をつかんだから警備するって名目で県庁寺を囲む。で不穏分子はひっそりと全員始末。宮様はそのまま監禁だ。
悪くない。
それがしも依存ござらん。問題は誰を派
Oh,
遣する
gee, I wonder
相手が皇族となると慎重な人選がいるな。
if only we had some really competent agents.
けどのんびり選んでる時間なんてねえぞ。向こうはすぐにも動きそうな気配だ。
我らのうち誰かが行くしかござらんな。
俺が行こ
反対。
う。俺では不足だとでも言うのか。
不足はないけどもっと向いてるやつがいるから、
Mm-hmm.
そいつにやらせとこうぜ。
誰だ。
Someone with inside
こい
knowledge.
つ
マロ。
Oh, Recho.
お前。
なんてよ。っていうかあんたら全員ちょっと待ちなさいよ。話を進めるのが早すぎるでしょ。それよりまず先に情報の真偽を確かめ。
アホ。貴様の頭には砂糖でも詰まっているのか。
I mean, maybe it'd be better if it was, but
なんですって。
いやいや、そうだった。ライチョウの言う通
チャチャマル殿、それは一体。
り。チームワーク。
なん
teamwork
だ
is
それ
good.
は。
I like teamwork.
知らねえの？友情団結、そして勝利。勝つた
Yeah,
め
you
の
know,
手
all
順っても
the
んがあるんだよ。
all the
世
shonen
の中
sports
には
manga stuff.
まず、アテラの結束を固めましょう。
そんなことはどうでもいいのよ。マロが言ってるのは。
確認します。この中にマイドノ宮とこっそりつながってるやつはいないよね。朝廷権威を背景にして幕府の主導権を握れ。なんて
What?
甘い誘惑に乗っちゃったようなバカは。
Who?
それは確かに確認しておく必要があるな。
We're gonna just put it all out there, say all the quiet parts out loud? Okay.
で、ござるの。
先生、当ては絶対に違います。
俺もだ。大鳥家先々代当主時春様の名にかけて。
それがしもやましいところはござらん。御仏に誓いましょうぞ。
We're gonna trust you as far as I can throw you.
まあいいや。で、ライチョウ、おめえは
Yeah, you're not secretly plotting behind the scenes, are you?
あ、
どうした。
Yeah.
さっさと
It's
答
a
えん
yes or
か。
no.
あらぬ疑いを招いてしまいますぞ、来長殿。
もちろん。マロもそんなことしていなくってよ。
そうだろ、
Yeah, which is why we can trust you to go in and do the
今
deed.
は亡き
Yeah.
大将領森氏の息子だもんな。で、次の大将領四郎国氏の叔父だ。そんなやつが幕府を売るような真似
No.
するわけがねえ
当然ね。
いやー、それがし安心いたした。
And who wouldn't, as regent apparent, try to steal the throne for themselves?
これで我らの結束も完
Even though
璧でござる。
he's not. That's the whole thing. Is why he's plotting is because he's not getting his regent role. But so be
違
it.
いない。実に喜ばしいことだ。 嬉しいぞ、雷長。
そううん。
じゃ行こうか県長寺。
え、
毎度の宮
Yep.
を抑え
Gotta
るん
go
だ
now.
よ。
Chop chop.
いや六原にとって
Clock's
の
ticking.
禍根を断つためだ。中遊列将今川雷長君としちゃ勇みだっていくところだよな。
中遊列将。
そうね。でもやっぱりマロはもう少し慎重に考えておく
Oh,
のがいい
you're
と思
really
うの
not making yourself
よ。
look good here.
相手は帝の弟よ。誤って殺しちゃったりしたら大変なことになるし。
It's gonna be hard to cover that one up.
大丈夫、あても一緒に行ってその返記を配っておくからさ。
それにそう事の真相が露見したら大変よ。大将領宣言
And you're really just throwing everything at the wall, huh? Hoping something
あ
sticks.
のな
その心配は
Kinda
無用です
suspicious.
今川中将閣下
I cut in. Why? Because it amuses me to.
何よポットでの
Yep, just join the dog pile.
同士の論議に割り込んでいいと思ってるの。
意見くらい構うまい。
Yeah, he's
Right,
proved competent so
so
far.
urusakaruna.
You know, let him say his piece.
身分に差はあれど同じ中心ではないか。港中さ、言ってみろ。
は万一毎度の宮への弾圧が発覚した場合
Mistakenly, big
Oh,
quotation marks.
そこまでするに足る正当性があったことを発表すればよろしいかと考えます。
正当性とな。
毎度の宮春広親王は
あ
大将領足利森氏公暗殺事件の主犯であり
Yeah,
ま
that
す。
would do it.
自分が証人として立ちましょう。
You know, considering I was the hitman.
どういうことだ。貴様、倒幕派に組みしていたとは聞いたが、
Yeah.
毎殿の宮の配下だったのか。それで毎殿の宮の下で企まれた
Yep.
足利森氏暗殺にも関与し
I
た。
mean, we kind of tried to do it. We just couldn't. We got beat to the punch.
自分が一時期毎度の宮に服属していたのは事実です。しかし暗殺計画
Oh,
は
you'll
存
just,
在
you
し
know,
ません
quote
でした。
unquote, formulate a lie, but you know, it's not really a lie. But because you were there, you know, people have no reason to not believe it. Lies are more believable when combined with truth.
なかった。
はい。ですが、あったことにします。自分が鎌
Yeah, it's
倉
like the
警
thing with
察
the
署の
warehouse
所長を
manager.
通じて毎度の宮とつながっていたことについては、物証も用意でき、誰もを納得させられます。その自分が暗殺計画を証言するのです。
You know, we'll just go with the story that the hit actually went out. You know, without a hitch.
毎度の宮一派が何を言おうと、人々は苦しい弁明としか受け止めないでしょう。
Yeah.
そうか。よし、いいぞ。それはいい保険だ。
だね。
Well, that all came together rather
聞
nicely,
いたよな
didn't it?
ライチョウ。もう心配は何にもいらねえぞ。
何を慌てる。
慌ててなんか。あんたさっきから人をバカにして笑いたくても笑えない体にするわ
Do
よ。
that when you get back from your mission, huh?
ほう、笑ってはいかんのか。せっかく人が笑い事で済ませてやろうとしているものをな。なんだ、いらぬ気遣いか。そうか。
No fighting in the war
俺は
room.
もう笑わなくていいのか。なら奸賊はまとめて片付けてしまうか。それこそ
Hey,
禍根を断つと
we
いうも
were
の
giving you
だ。
the chance to, you know, wipe the slate clean, but
ふん。あてはまあ
you
構わ
know,
ないけどね。
reaffirm your loyalties.
さて、
Well, you
そ
know,
れ
if you
がし
don't
も
want to
反
play
対す
ball,
るほど
well,
の理由はない。
there's only one thing left to do.
同心様。
雷長殿次第でござるよ。この同心坊はいつでも雷長殿のお考えを尊重いたしますぞ。
県庁
There
寺
we go.
行きましょう。
オーケーオーケー。 そう言ってくれると思ってたぜ、ライチョウ。
How nice of you to not make us actually say it out loud.
さあ、楽しいハイキングだ。
Avoiding that nice, awkward situation.
よろしくお願いいた
For you
す。
anyway. They would have had fun with it.
ライチョウの保護者をしっかりな、さちゃまる。
おーい。
He's like, well, shit. All my scheming and planning for nothing.
何か必要なものはあるか？可能な限り用意するが。
私は平気。
私もいい。
It's been a while since we had to deal with you, Masamune.
他に何がいるというのだ。それがしも手持ちの武装で十分。仲間を呼び集める暇がなかったのは心残りだが。
潜入という点を考えれば、それも一長一短でしょう。
Nope. We're about to sneak into Futaraku Castle. Their goal is to prevent some ceremony from happening. Mine is to find Kageaki and undo Kinsego's curse. I know he's likely to reject me at first, but even then, I must.
3人とも目的は別だが、いずれも毎度の宮殿下が望んでおられることには変わりない。宮殿下はよろしく頼むと言っておら
Yeah,
れ
so
た。
try not to fail, please.
もったいなきお言葉。
頼まれなくてもやるさ。
正義は命令されてするものにあらず。しかし賛同するのは当然のこと。
私からも言おう。村正。
Yeah, please save my son.
息子を
Yeah.
頼む。
はい。
時が惜しい。さあ、そろそろ参るとしよう。
ああ。
どこへだ？
Oops. Well, shit. We're surrounded. Soldiers are everywhere. And there, at the head of their formation is... Hey, buddy.
月見の宴を張るにはいい夜だけど、わざわざ不堕落まで来なくてもいいだろう。ここでやろうぜ。
堀越久保。
宮様はどこだい？中か？
Yep, you know, he's watching his late night TV.
中将。いかなる存念か。この県庁寺を毎度の宮
Oh, well, we heard there was,
軍兵で囲むなど。
some terrorists plotting something here, so we came here to save him. You know, keep him safe.
即刻撤収していただきたい。
言えた義理かよ、鎌倉所長。おめえこそなんでここにいるんだって話だ。
I know, he's just on the beat, you know, doing his patrols.
もうバレてんだから無理すん
You know,
な。
it's such an important place. He's
毎度の宮と組んで
taking
幕府を乗っ
personal
取る
hand
つも
in
りだ
its
ったって。
protection.
あれ？違ったっけ？
ここに兵を出した理由は表向き。
Yeah.
毎度の宮が倒幕派に狙われているから警護する。
ああ、そうそう。ごめんな、ライチョウ。うっかり間違えちった。つうわけだから所長。宮様のことは何も心配しなくていいぞ。
Yeah, that's why we're here. You can just go home.
果ては宮様を守りに来たんだ。おめえら倒幕派の手からな。
The expression on Kageaki's father's face is that of a man struggling against despair and failing. The same is true of Kurunose Doji. Ayane Ichijo, on the other hand, has become a seething mass of hatred and bloodlust.
寺の周囲を封鎖しろ。犬猫一匹。だって。あてらはこいつら片付けっか。やるよな、隊長。
分かってるわよ。
唇噛んで顔白くして指先がなんか震えてて
Yeah,
やたら
yeah,
と不安
rub it
定
in.
見るからに絶好調だな。
He's been building this nice fucking Lego tower in his background, you know, his own little castle, and now you're making him smash it himself. As the Musha scatter, Chachamaru steps forward. With her comes the giant in garish dress, and my master, Kageaki. Situation is dire. We're at a hopeless... Wait, isn't this exactly what I wanted? Kageki is here. That wasn't the plan, but what better opportunity could I hope for? This is it. My chance to take him back, and therefore to turn the tide of this battle.
なんてやらせると思うか村正。
ちゃちゃ
おめえお兄さんに近づけてたまるか。
Well,
相手が相
shit.
手してやるよ。
結構よ。どいて。
So,
やだ。
we gonna actually see what Chachamaru can do now?
後で役に立つ可能性もあるかと思って生かしといてやれば。いらねえ面倒かけてくれやがって。おめえ今日は絶対潰すからな。ライチョウ、おめえはそこの剣連れてる娘さんをよろしく。
Oh, Raicho, you're
あと
gonna
警
get
察署長が動い
fucking
たらそっち
pile
についでに頼む
drivered.
わ。
I don't see you winning that fight.
お兄さんはその黒いのお願い。
よかろう。
一条殿、気をつけられ。すやつはお弓久保今川来長。
図体のでかい釜
I
野
mean,
郎
yeah, he's
だろ
probably still tough, though.
話が早くなった。宿坊の一人が倒されたらパーティーなんてやってる場合じゃねえよな。
それは
Yep.
お前がマロを倒すという意味なのかしら。
Fucking turn you to a smear on the pavement.
てめえの解釈なんざ知るか。喧嘩売られてるって思うなら思えばいいし、九九を暗唱してるように聞こえるってならそう思ってりゃいい。私のやることは変わらねえ。行くぞ政宗。
おうよ。
世に鬼あれば鬼を断つ。世に悪あれば悪を断つ。剣の
Henshin!
断り、ここにあり。念仏でも聖書でもコーランでも好きなの唱えな、ケバクボ。
今のマロは
I
ね、
mean, his hair's
お
nice.
前のような
You know,
小
really
生意気な子
nice highlights.
他の何よりも憎たらしくて仕方ないのよ。間の悪さ
I mean, it's kind of garish, but, you know, it's well done.
膝丸。
奇妙将来八万大菩薩。我三剣とまかりなる。
I mean, it's a nice suit, though. Also, fairly garish.
一条殿。
人の身を案じている場合でもあるまい。奇縁だな。黒の瀬。
Yeah, sorry it had to turn out like this.
このような局面でまた会うとあいにくだが、今度はどこへも逃がしてやれん。
港影明。恩義ある者に刃を向けたくはないが、
It's just business, nothing personal.
怪しげな術に心を奪われているとあっては致し方ない。我が剣で聖堂に立ち戻らせてくれよ。参る。
The man in black draws his sword and assumes Gaidon, the low hold. No, this is lower still. His sword's point is nearly touching the ground. He then advances via Suriyashi, keeping both feet planted at all times. His pace is quite fast.
なるほど。
The low thrust. An old technique. You begin by advancing rapidly, sword held unusually low. Your opponent, startled by the speed of your approach and threatened by the possibility of a rising slash, will in haste make to strike your unprotected head. Which is, of course, precisely your intent. At this point, you need only lift your blade to skewer him through the sternum or throat. A practical technique with a logical foundation. However,
状況判断を誤ったな。
every technique of martial arts is intended for a specific set of circumstances. There are no perfect techniques. To use a technique effectively, therefore, requires that one correctly assess the situation. For the low thrust to be successful, two things must be true. First, the enemy must be in a weakened mental state, panicked, desperate, or otherwise susceptible to poor judgment. The purpose of this technique is to force your enemy to make a mistake. It is not wise to employ it against a calm opponent. Second, The enemy must not be familiar with the low thrust or its counter. Of course, the same can be said for every technique. 2 conditions for victory, but neither is true here. Furinose has failed. I see the man's surprise through the slit of his mask. The distance between my body and his sword has shrunk. Why is no mystery? I've simply lowered my hips and leaned forward a fraction. The point of his blade is close, dangerously close, at first glance. It takes energy to deal a killing blow. At this distance, he doesn't have enough room to build energy with either a thrust or a slash. If he aims for my throat now, my jaw will block his blade. The eyes, meanwhile, are too hard to target, and there's no guarantee of a kill. A thrust through the eye socket may catch on the skull. That leaves him only one choice, to lift his sword for a downward blow. And when he does, I take his leg with a horizontal slash.
無手の組打ちって条件なら当てと互角以上にやれるやつなんて六原全軍探しても片手の指より多くはいねえ。
Fair, entirely, most likely accurate.
正直あくびが出そうです。
I mean, interested to see what she'll do.
潰れちまいな。しぶてえ、ダサくのくせに耐久力だけは
I
あり
mean,
やが
yeah,
るな。
she's tough. I was gonna say mid-metal, but now she's all fleshy and gooey on the inside, so I guess, you know, actually punching her with, like, blunt force might actually do something.
返しなさい。
あ？
私の主を返して。
Yeah, you fucking home wrecker.
嫌だね。手放してたまるか。ようやく出会えた主だ。当てを道具にして使ってくれる男だ。半端に人でいることが苦痛な当てには絶対に必要なんだよ。
そんなの知らない。
ああ、
Yeah, it sounds complicated.
人の精神ってやつにとって24時間1秒の休みもなく地の底のあの野郎の絶叫を聞かされ続けることがどれほどの重圧か知らねえさ誰も。だから登場しろなんて言わねえよ。
Do you want to talk about it? Actually explain, you know, what you are?
力ずくで
That way we're all at,
奪われた
you
もんを
know,
奪い返すだけだ。
have a perfect understanding of all the pieces on the board. But no, that would remove all the dramatic tension.
偉そうなこと言っといて手も出せねえのか。てめえらは結局そうだ。クソったれな権力で他人をこき使うだけが芸
Power
だ。
fuck
自分
fantasies.
一人
Let's
じゃ
go.
何もできやしねえ。くだらねえよ。死ねえ。政宗。
七つのからくりが一。
Nice and crispy.
おぼろ。昇出剣。
Bring out the barbecue sauce. I mean, he's obviously got to have some tricks up his sleeve.
何？
無傷だと。
I mean, it is quite a fancy suit, if nothing else.
お前の言い草ではないけれど本当にくだらないわね。もういいわ。
I mean, you could say the gold is opulent, you know, suitable for one of such high position, but you could, you know, it's pretty fucking garish.
知りなさい。
You know, it might have looked good, you know, in antiquity, but, you know, now, modern design sensibilities, it's like a blight on the fucking horizon when you look at it.
驚いたな。少々。
I don't mean words Ichijo Tsurugi, though that was unexpected to be sure. I'm far more surprised by her opponent, Imagawa Raicho. I had no idea he was so mighty a warrior. I'd heard the stories, of course. They all speak of him as a Mushu without peer. But he is, after all, the Shogun's son. I assumed that his legend was largely propaganda. But it would appear that the stories were entirely accurate. Even Ichijo, who is clearly the equal of any Rokuhara Dragoon, though I wonder where she got her training, has to struggle just to stay alive. By my reckoning, this man far surpasses his father, with whom I crossed blades at Hachiman Shrine. Though they are of different breeds, his strength might even approach Hikaru's.
どこを見ている。
まだ抵抗するつもりか。おとなしくしていた方が。
So when he said he got your leg, did he mean he just like cut you, slashed you, or like is the fucking below the knee just sitting off, you know, a few feet to the side?
寝言。どこのふぬけが戦いを投げるか。背後には毎度の宮殿下がおられるというのに、この程度の傷で。
Kuronose stands. I felt armor when I cut into his leg. He came prepared for a fight. Even so, I know my strike reached bone. His will must be strong indeed to stand after that.
戦いたいなら相手。
Youch, that's a pretty deep gash then.
その傷では結果は見えている。
Guess he got lucky, you just all hit muscle and like no tendons got hit.
どうした。なぜ出し惜しむ。そんな場合ではなかろう。迷っていては命を取り落とす。
気候、気づいて。
No, what?
戦うなら隠し玉を出せ。でなくば、こちらも相手の死骸がない。
正気か。
生死の際で物惜しみをする男よりは、正常な頭をしているつもりだ。
Yep, gotta go all out. Fucking burn that meter, son.
これは亡き父の形見。いつか岡部の旗を再び掲げ、堂々と倒幕の兵を挙げる時までは、決して使うまいと誓っていたが、やむなし。
There we go.
やはり剣か。
Very practical design, you know. Blocky, rectangular, you know, not very elegant, you know, but, you know, it's looks like it'd do the job.
気候には恩がある。殺しはせん。が、腕一本は諦めてもらおう。
So be it. No, once he's back with Muramasa, it'll just kind of grow back like a lizard's tail.
何余裕かましてんだおめえ。よそ見捨てられる状況かって。
And now Chachamaru sees it too. Her mouth drops wide in disbelief. Who? Kageyaki is facing off with Kuronose. That much is the same as before. This time, however, Kuronose is armored. He was a Musha all along. I can feel Chachamaru's panic. The Musha with the golden Tsurugi is dueling Ichijo high above. Though he clearly has that fight well in hand, he's too far away to reach Kageyaki in time. The same is true of the other Rokuhara Musha who have scattered to surround the temple. An unarmored human versus a Musha. Kageyaki doesn't stand a chance unless someone helps him. The only person who can do that.
てめえ、どけよ。お断りね。さっき立場が逆だった時、あなたも私の邪魔をしたでしょ。
つうか、
He'll live.
お兄さんが殺されたらてめえだって困るだろうが。
黒の瀬同時に命まで取る気はない。
Yeah.
怪我は負うにしても、影明との決着がついたら、黒の瀬同時に次はあなたの相手をしてもらう。
Kageyaki's a tough guy. We
そ
can
の間に、
deal with a
私
couple
は影明
broken
の精神を
bones
元
and,
通り
you
にして
know, missing
傷を治
limbs.
す。罪よ、ちゃちゃまる。
Like, you know, as long as he's got his head still attached, he'll be fine.
ざけんな。
Chachamaru appears distressed. I suppose she believes that Kuronose's armoring has rendered the situation unsalvageable. He will incapacitate me quickly, and Muramasa will take the opportunity to restore my previous state of mind. She needn't worry. Muramasa is not so capable of that. Oh, I understand the logic. Muramasa shares her mother's power over minds. It is reasonable to assume that she can undo the effects, all else being equal. But is all else equal? Can Muramasa overwhelm Ginsego's power? I doubt it, especially lacking a master. Moreover, Ginsego's brainwashing is clearly destructive. It will be far more difficult for Muramasa to reassemble my psyche than it was for Kinsego to shatter it. We have encountered numerous corrupted individuals, but never once has a Muramasa restored one's sanity. Still, it is true that my corruption seems weaker than theirs. Perhaps Muramasa may be able to undo it after all. If, that is, she can make the attempt. Muramasa's already tried to use that power. In the jail, when I offered her reconciliation, she rejected me and tried to make me her puppet. The attempt failed, and I know why.
村正よ、命じておく。波の使用は真の名をもって禁ずる。いかなる理由があろうとも、この禁を破りし時は、そなたはもはや真の真ではない。
So because that happened when she was still quote-unquote human, did that, like, order, you know, transfer her over into, like, her programming? Someone born in Muramasa's time, the Emperor's order was synonymous with divine will. Her Emperor forbade her from using that power. As I myself witnessed, she cannot bring herself to break that commandment. So, there's no danger of my being restored. She may make the attempt, but it will fail. Perhaps she will not even get the chance. That would require that I first succumb to this warrior before me. Kuronose. A first-rate work, this Tsurugi of his, and he possesses the skill to match. He is a Musha, mighty beyond measure, and I am but a man with a sword of common make. My defeat is certain. By the laws of this world, no other outcome is possible. But then, what is this taste on my tongue that curls my lips into a smile? Ah, yes, taste of victory. Man, that's a really high fucking stance, huh? I raise my sword, not to the shouldered stance, Musha standard, but high above my head, point aimed at the sky. My intent is clear, maximum power. But what use is that against a Musha? Even the fastest strike cannot catch a Musha, who can cross the sky like a bolt of lightning. Even the mightiest blow cannot harm a Musha, whose armor is stronger than a fortress wall. What hope can I do with my sword? You going for the fucking helm splitter? No, now that you've lost all reservations, you think you can do it? Legends speak of the Kabuto-wari, act of splitting a Tsurugi's helmet with but a single stroke. It is impossible, of course. Impossible! No man can perform such a feat. To attempt it is folly. Lunacy. Madness. But I seen it with my own eyes. Rip, bud. So how far do you get in? Do you, like, do the whole helm, or you just the couple inches you needed? Kuronose collapses, blood gushing from the stump of his right arm, severed cleanly below the elbow. I cannot contain my amusement. Or were you aiming at the arm? Did he go to block and you went through it? Not the irony of delivering to this Musha the same injury he promised me. No, this laughter's for myself. Absence of thought, absence of self. Oneness of body, blade, and soul. My struggle to reach them seems comical indeed. Ah, look how easy it was. This is what makes the impossible possible. This is what gives birth to Maken. All I needed was a single desire. My love for Hikaru and damn all else. Well, that was cool.
江ノ島のあの時の
何よ、あの化け物。 ちゃちゃまる、あんた何を連れてきたのよ。
Yeah, like, where do you fucking find this guy? I scanned the battlefield. Looks like we're just about finished here. And I'm gonna do a quick cut here. Be back in a second. All right, and I'm back. 2 pots of coffee will do that to you. Anyway, I read that paragraph.
ぼんやりしているな。
Oh,
村
good
正
sneeze.
の相手をするなら真面目にやれ。
As soon as I got back. Brr.
なんだその目は。
Because I was sick as fuck.
今さら何を怯える。俺は港光の死だぞ。
Yeah, I taught her everything she knows. Not surprising I'd be able to do it, is it? Chachomaru keeps staring at me like a frightened rodent. I put her out of mind and approach Kuronose. We should recover quickly. Must finish him before...
所長。
The commissioner moves to block my path. In his hand is the sword Kuronose was wielding before he donned his armor. From his stance, it is clear that his skill is no less than its previous master's. But of course, I already knew that. It was Hikaru's sword master, then this man was mine. Or if I was Hikaru's sword master, then this man was mine. Kikuchi Akitaka, there we go, I forgot a syllable there. Once upon a time, Minato Akitaka. He was the man who adopted me. And the man who failed to be Hikaru's father.
二度目だな。お前のその剣。
ああ、そうか。あの時。
あの時お前を壊したのは私だ。その過ちは今さらどうしようもないが、今度は壊れゆくままにしておきたくはない。村正の精神干渉を受けろ。
Yep.
影明。
You've had your
元に
fun.
戻れ。
You know, went on your little rampage. Now, you know, temper tantrum's over.
音。それがどういう意味なのか分かっていて言っているのか、所長。菊池明人か。
影明。
誰が光を愛するのだ。俺があいつを捨ててしまったら、もうスバル様はいない。そしてあなたはとうの昔に光を捨てている。
It all wraps back around to daddy issues.
ああ、それが悪いとは言わない。あなたに光への愛情を期待するのは無理な相談というものだろう。責めはしない。見捨ててどこへでも去ればいい。だが俺の邪魔をするな。
The kind of issue is you can't kill him because, you know, Hikaru's whole thing is, you know, she wants her daddy. So if you off him, then, you know, the whole thing falls apart. Our swords clash with equal force, scattering flakes of metal. And there we stand, blades joined like a cross. Oshino Onryu, Aimushi. If your opponent attempts to push through your defense, pull back to disrupt his balance, then strike into the opening. If he tries to retreat instead, overpower him with an unrelenting advance, ideally combined with a tripping maneuver. We both know what this means. The first to move will die.
俺は光を捨てない。俺だけは光を愛する。妨げる者は許さん。誰であっても。
影明。それは愛情ではない。呪いだ。
Uh-huh.
お前は自分で自分を呪っている。
黙れ。
Like more of an obsession. That didn't sound good. Also, you shouldn't do that with swords. You'll chip the blades. We leap back simultaneously, startled by the noise. Orogaharu Jikun has landed. His guitar is still smoking. He must have been in a hurry. Why is he here? Reinforcements? Hardly necessary.
閣下、お指中将閣下、堀越中将閣下。
でっかい声で呼ばなくてもここにいるって。ちょっと落ち着け。
何かあったの？
至急不堕落へお戻りく
Oh,
だ
it
さ
must
い。
be real important if you're fucking rushing into the middle of an operation like
進駐
this.
軍が
Oh,
横須賀艦隊が相模湾の警戒線を突破してきました。
は？
oh, they're also launching their decapitation strike.
何？
Well, that certainly complicates things. Full Metal Demon Muramasa.
どういうことだ？キャノン中佐。
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's kind of a short one, but I want to get it up at a reasonable time, you know, before it's midnight. So, as we're going to be ending it here for today. Once again, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and notification. We'll see you guys next time for the next episode of Full Metal Demon Muramasa, where we will pick up whatever's going on with GHQ, however they plan to do their things. Also, man, I forgot how high up this man's fucking, like, nose and mustache are, or how low his lips are. You could fucking land an airplane in the strip between his nose and upper lip. Anyway, catch you guys next time.